Christian Pulisic makes his debut, you guys. His debut for AC Milan as they travel to Bologna on their opening match of Serie A 2023-2024. He will be playing on the right wing, it looks like, with Rafael Leao on the left and his old Chelsea buddy Olivier Giroud up top. No Yunus Musa. He is out with a red card ban from last season from Valencia. He has to serve that today, so we will not see him. It's an interesting time because typically he hasn't done well on the right wing, right? When he's had to play there in the past for Chelsea. But he's not going to oust Rafael Leao. And it'll be interesting to see if right wing is his permanent position or if at times he will drift into midfield. How are we doing today, guys? Pete taking a nap again. How was your nap? It was fantastic. Always love naps. Winelka, you're not late. Don't worry. Game doesn't kick off for another 13 or so minutes. How are we doing? Who's at work or at school listening? Trying to get in on this so we can see how our boy does. Big game for Christian. We want him to start strong. Start strong. Keep your spot in the starting lineup. Big year for Milan as they try to wrest the Serie A title back from, Napoli. So we'll see what happens. What's up, guys? How are we doing? BMR says, missed the Juve game yesterday. How did Way and McKennie do? They didn't really play down the right. They played a lot down the left, and then long balls over the top. Weah was okay, had one or two good moments in attack, a little culpable defensively in several moments. Not the terrible game from him, not a great game. McKennie looked sharp when he came on, but Juve mostly were defending. Udinese was attacking, and mostly I thought McKennie did well. McKennie looked sharp. He looked fit. It's been a long time since I can say that about Weston McKennie, so that was good to see. GVS Gaming, he's not on the bench because he's on red card ban from last season, from his red card with Valencia. Should be there next weekend. Stephen Coons is at the Oakland airport. Yes. How's the flooding? Hasn't really flooded here in Pasadena. We got a lot of rain yesterday, but it was mostly like a steady drizzle all day. There was no it wasn't too bad, honestly, as I expected. Everything gets overhyped. I mean, it was bad. It was worse down south, like San Diego was worse. By the time it got up here, it sort of bypassed. So if this is LA and this is the ocean, and then this is East San Bernardino, the storm went that way towards San Bernardino. So we were kind of on the fringe of it. Plus, once storms hit land, anybody in Florida and Georgia will know this, they tend to drop off in, pretty significantly in, why is it not showing? Come on, guys. Is Bologna any good? Good question, but let's start with the starting lineups for both teams, okay? Let's do starting lineups and then we'll get to it. Meanwhile, guys, can we like the stream? We've got 130 people here and only 32 likes. Let's get that likes up to 100 while we go over the starting lineup here. So this is the lineups, okay? We'll start with Bologna since they're at home. Skorupsi is in goal. They're in a 4-2-3-1. Lykogiannis, Lukumi, Bukima, and Posh are the back four. Dominguez and Moro in the double pivot. Ferguson at the 10. Ibisher on the right. Ndoi on the left. And Xerxes as their number 9. Big, tall striker up top. For Milan, it's about as expected. Mike Maignan in goal. David Calabria as the right back. Theo Hernandez as the left back. With Tomori and Tia as the two center backs. Midfield is interesting, okay, because this is a very cobbled together midfield. Two of them are signings from the summer, Loftus-Cheek and Reinders. I think that's how you pronounce it, but someone correct me if I'm wrong, are together there with Krunic. So it looks like Loftus-Cheek and Reinders are in the double pivot with Krunic as the more attacking, but this is more of a 4-3-3, so it could easily be Krunic as the 6, Reinders and Loftus-Cheek attacking, but up top, Leao on the left, Giroud central, and Pulisic on the right. What will be interesting to watch is how much he drifts in field, because Calabria is very attacking right back. So will he go up there and play with Pulisic? Will they combine? Will Pulisic drift inside? Is there any chance that Loftus-Cheek could drift wide? This midfield for Milan, I'm not going to lie, it does seem a little bit lacking in creativity. That's my concern with it right now. And I think that can be solved by Pulisic drifting central, but we'll see what actually happens in the game. No Bet Online commercial anymore, Sebas. We are out of a sponsor. All right, let's go look at the bench. So for Bologna, you have Riccardo Orsolini, Sidney Van Hooydonk, Giovanni Fabian, Kasper Ubanski, Usama El Azoui, Joaquin Sosa, Kevin Bonifazi, Lorenzo Di Silvestri, Tommaso Corazza, Federico Ravaglia, Nicola Banonili. Some of these names, man. For Milan, Lorenzo Colombo, Luca Romero is on the bench, Noah Okafor, Samuel Chukwueze. I think if they need a goal, the first sub will be Chukwueze. So Chukwueze will come on possibly for Pulisic or maybe for one of the midfielders, and then Pulisic will drift central. Kevin Zeroli, Tommaso Pobega, Yassin Adli, Alessandro Florenzi, David Barteshaghi, Pierre Kalulu, Simon Kjaer, Antonio Mirante, and Marco Sportiello. Watch the Italians in the chat. But like, that's not how you pronounce that name. Yes, Calvin Jones. Musa is suspended from La Liga from the last season. Goal and assist for Pulisic, guys. Goal and assist for Pulisic. That's what we're going to be speaking into existence today. Emma Stone. Oh, Jesus, Bandit. Too much information there. GN in Italian is pronounced like N in Spanish or NH in Portuguese. Good to know. Good to know. Pulisic, according to Phil, Pulisic is going to drift toward the middle, I feel. That's what Pioli envisioned for him. I hope so. I hope it's Calabria very attacking. The problem is you also have Theo Hernandez, who's very attacking. So are they going to get both fullbacks really high up the field? I would like Pulisic to play more as a second forward together with Giroud, because they had really good chemistry from their time together over at Chelsea. We'll see if that happens. Why are so many people listening to something that they don't like? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Are you concerned about the comments on Reina recently? I'm concerned that he's not back. I'm concerned that he's still injured. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm concerned that he's injured a lot. This is the second injury that seems to be dragging on. Arnold, hey, Pete, no work today because of Hurricane Hillary, so I can watch the live watch along. How are you down there, Arnold? Did the storm hit you guys bad? Are you okay? All right, guys, we are about 10 minutes. No, not even. Probably 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes away from kickoff here. So it's exciting. The debut of probably our best player right now. Probably our best player. It's between him, Balogun, and Reina. My house went flying, ended up at Oz. We good, Pete? Not too bad. Hurricane Peter is coming. All players deemed equal under the natural law of soccer evolution. I think Terzic said he hopes Gio comes back match day 2 or 3. Yeah, but we've heard this before. That's what's so disheartening. We've heard that one before. He should be back next week or the week after. Julian Cianez, where's the game? So anybody looking for the game, it is on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, if you're watching it. We are currently at 65 likes, guys. 65 likes. Yeah, let's get that up to 100. There's over 200 people in the chat. Hey, Pete, would you consider Americans to be overrated in Europe or underrated? I think it depends on how you rate them. And I think it depends on each individual player. Some might be more overrated. Some might be more underrated. Hank, yes, I'm in Pasadena. I'm getting commercials, Pete. Oh, yes, YouTube. very eager to ban creators for minor offenses, but also very eager to put commercials on their stream so they can make more money. Why, thank you, YouTube. Chris Johnson says, weird that a bruise has lingered so long. What are you talking about? What bruise? Anybody else in LA who's got the day off from work because of the hurricane? Captain America for a goal today, says Charles Patton. I'm with you. It's a nice opening goal for Christian Pulisic. Would be just lovely, especially after a somewhat slow weekend for Americans. Pulisic on the right. Yes, Karius. Reina's knock wasn't just a bruise. He was barely walking during the trip. Yeah, it wasn't bruising. It was a muscle injury. It was his calf. And what's worrying with is another muscle, right? It's the same leg, the right leg that he had the hamstring injury on. So it's the same leg, except it's further down on his calf. So we'll see. Colin Meisner. Hey, Pete, how's the quitting going? I'm about a week in as well. Oh, boy. It is, it's getting better. It's about just over 2 weeks now. So I think we're over the hump, but we'll see. Are both Musa and Pulisic starting? Just Pulisic. Musa is not even available. He has a red card suspension that he's serving from the last game of last season. Andrew Cooper, hello from Illinois. Thanks for being here, Pete. Always good to follow the games with you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks for hanging, man. It's always fun. We got each other. Most of us probably come from families or households where we don't have a ton of soccer fans with us. So it's nice to be able to hang with you guys while we watch. How do you distract yourself from vaping, Pete? At the beginning, I tried chewing gum helps, drink lots of water, try to find something else that helps you, focus on other things. The worst part is when I'm stressed out, because when I was stressed out, the vaping would really help. So when I'm feeling stressed without the vape, my first instinct is I need to vape. And so I have to try to find ways to either de-stress or to cope with the stress in another way that's not unhealthy. Probably not by talking about it. I know it doesn't help. Grant, I'm doing good. How are you? Do we think Pulisic's spot is in danger if he doesn't perform particularly well? Yes, everybody's spot is in danger at this level if you don't perform well. You're playing for a club like Milan and you play poorly, you will not start very often. Look what happened to Dest. Had 8 to 10 chances, did not perform, never saw him again. To be fair, I don't think that's going to be Pulisic. I think we'll see. My prediction is he's going to do well enough to start many games and be a substitute in many other games. I don't think he's going to start every single game this season. Yeah, there's our boy, number 11, Pulisic. Jonathan, what's up, guys? Expecting big things, says Grant Shea. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Dest's face was on milk cartons in Spain. Chukwueze is waiting if he slips up. Yeah, but let's also see how the midfield does today, because that midfield can be rough. I don't think there's a lot of creativity in that Milan midfield. We'll see how it goes. How good is the opposition? Well, Bologna is a pretty solid team. They don't, they're not like relegation material, in my opinion. But we'll see. With each new season, it's hard to say for sure. But, Bologna is at home, right? Bologna finished 13th last season, so mid-table. Nope, they didn't finish 13th. That is this season. My bad. Let me go see where they finished last season. They were 9th last season, so still about mid-table. So pretty decent opposition, I would say. Are Bologna the team interested in Cade Cowell? Yes, they are. We'll see if that one comes through. I don't know if it will. Maybe at the end of the season. They've got, 10 days left before the window closes? So let's see. 10 goals, 20 assists. That's quite the prediction there, Hank Hill. Pulisic with 10 goals, 20 assists? I don't know. All right, game's about to kick off here. Why are there so many shirtless dudes? Because it's the summer. It's the summer in Italy. And we're off, guys. All right, Milan kicking off from left to right. Nope. That's the thing about Italy. So many teams have the same colors that, like yesterday with Juve versus Udinese. Here comes already down the left. Bologna with a shot off the post. What a strike off the post from the left-hand side. Oof. Wow. Bologna showing early intent here. That was a great strike. Great strike off the post from distance. Magnan was beat there. Calabria, got to get a little tighter, buddy. Double-digit goals and assists for Pully this year. I'm going to go 10 and 10 for Pulisic. 10 goals, 10 assists. 20 goal contributions total is going to be my prediction for Pulisic. Yeah, Milan is in white. Oh, I love this. We're doing the train corner where they all line up in a single line and then split up. Here we go. Not a great corner. Easy grab for Magnan. It always amazes me that your stream is always behind. Is it? I don't know. It says I'm on live on Paramount Plus. All right, Milan passing it around the back. Theo to Tomori. Tomori all the way back to Magnan. 3 Chelsea players, 3 former Chelsea players in this Milan lineup. Pulisic, Giroud, and Tomori. And Giroud was just fouled. Pulisic takes the free kick quickly. No Musa Winelkai. He's on red card suspension from last season. Pulisic on the ball now. Gives it back to the defense. Tomori to Hernandez. Hernandez looks for Leao down the left. Leao dribbles inside, is tackled. Bologna on the ball now, going down the right. Tomori steps out. It'll be a throw-in for Bologna. Stefano Pioli clearly not happy with the early minutes of this Milan team. Yes, Tim Parker, it carries over to Serie A, sadly. Oh, yeah, and Loftus-Cheek, you're right. 4 former Chelsea players in this Milan lineup. Loftus-Cheek, Tomori, Pulisic, and Giroud. God damn. It's like Chelsea B over here. All right. Magnan on the ball now. Not really pressing him. Tosses it out to Tomori. Tomori to Theo. I hope we're not going to be going down the left all. Milan's not going to be attacking down the left like we saw with Juve yesterday. Back to Magnan. Bologna pressing pretty high here. Long ball, looking for Giroud. Offside. Come on. Under some pressure, Bologna play back to their keeper. Step up, step up, step up. Long ball. Theo Hernandez. Bologna win it. They've started a little slowly here. They're going to have to get control of this game, Milan. Very direct play. They're either passing it along the back line or playing direct. Now you're playing to midfield here. Rangers out wide to Calabria. He's got Pulisic with him. Gives it to Pulisic on the right wing. Pulisic dribbles backwards. Gives it all the way back to the back line. They're struggling to break through midfield right now. What it looks like. And Theo Fernandez fouled by Ndoye. Oh, out to Pulisic here. Very deep in his own half. Gives it all the way back to Malik Teo, the German center back. Mike Maignan under some pressure, and pressure goes long. Tries to flick it on to Giroud. Can they win the second ball? Theo tries to win the second ball. He's down again. Theo Hernandez has spent more time on the ground in this game so far than he has on his feet. All right, hang on to it. Reinders. No, that's Tomori. Tomori to Krunic. Krunic in midfield now, trying to find some space. Gives it wide to Calabria. Calabria has Pulisic. He gives it to Pulisic. They're very tight to Pulisic whenever he receives the ball. Most of his passes have been backwards so far. Bologna making life very difficult. They have a very high line, Bologna. Pressing, they're like compressing that midfield, especially. 4 guys in central midfield with a very high line. So this is where you're going to need Pulisic, Leao, and Giroud to really stretch that line to try to create space. Here comes Milan. Nope. Back to Bologna. Bologna have it. Puli pressing on the right. Oh, Pulisic picks up the loose ball. He finds Reinders. Reinders at the edge of the box. Beats 2 men. No, it's Leao. Leao. Puli, what are you doing there, man? You got to finish that. I could have done better with that touch. Benny, yes, I did see the fire game. Disappointing as shit, man. 2 goals. That goal, the second goal from Kutsia should have been a goal. Theo Hernandez manages to keep it in. All right. Krunic on the ball. Gives it to Calabria. Calabria back to Krunic. Pulisic very, very wide at the moment. He's got 2 defenders with him. Dribbles in field. Then gives it nicely to Reinders. Oh, Pulisic very central. Receives the ball. Turns. Is dribbling. Gives it back to Theo Hernandez. He's definitely drifting in field now. Pulisic on the left. Gets the pass from Leao. He's 1v1. Can he beat his man? Nope. Whacks the ball against the opponent's legs, and Bologna recover. But Pulisic does well to drop back and make the tackle. Oh, please, no, Pulisic, stop. You got to be kidding me. Injured already? Get up. Please get up, Pulisic. What a joke. Can you imagine, you guys? As he made the tackle, Posh kicked him unintentionally. You're going to be fine. Thank you. He's up and running. Good Lord. Every time Pulisic goes down, a heart attack. Sheesh. Whew. All right. Pulisic's just going to have to do the simple things right now. Not try to do too much. He was 1v2 in that sequence, and he tried to meg the player. It was never going to happen, and he ended up losing the ball, and then he had to drop back and make the tackle. Long ball over the top. Nobody to chase it. It's all the way back to Maignan. Theo Hernandez. Back to the center backs. Back to Maignan. Really high press here from Bologna. Long ball, looking for Giroud. He flicks it on, but the header is not recovered well. Foul. Foul on Krunic. He's holding his face. Oh, no, that's Calabria. Thiago, how are you doing? Good to see you live again, Pete. Having fun. Yes, well, having fun and also trying to figure out how to enjoy Pulisic. There's no really any... Was Puli subbed off? No. He's there. He's there. He was down for a few seconds, but he's fine. He's fine. Pulisic on the right. Chips it in, but it's a poor chip and gives it away. Bologna have it. All right, Milan pressing high. Pulisic pressing all the way on the left. Come on, Leao. Leao hasn't been great so far either. 10 minutes in. Bologna in transition. Here comes Bologna on the right. All right, quick counterattack. Loftus-Cheek has it. Finds Leao on the right. Oh, nice little attempted layoff there from Giroud for Leao. Leao looks like he was fouled. Ref says play on. Pulisic has it on the right. Cuts inside. Oh, ball over the top. Oh, that was a nice ball. Go, 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 go. 1-0 Giroud. That was a setup by Pulisic. Pulisic's long ball over the top. Leao cut it back and Giroud finished it. Yes. Well done. Great ball. Great ball by Pulisic. Great little layoff. Hockey assist for our boy. Not an assist. Hockey assist. We'll call it a hockey assist. Thiago, have you seen... Let me see this again. One sec. So Pulisic takes it on the right, cuts in onto his left, lofts it over the top, and then the little layoff was for Giroud. So great with his left foot. Great little chip in behind. It was Reinders. Reinders cuts it back with his one touch on his left foot, and Giroud does well to finish from a tight angle. Well done. Pulisic involved in the first goal of the season for Milan. They are 1-0 up at Bologna, and it's Olivier Giroud. Not bad. Not bad. Hopefully that'll give him some confidence there. Giroud, 36 years old and still performing at a top level. Hockey assist just basically means the pass before the assist. They count it as an assist in hockey, but in soccer, they don't count it. They don't count it as an assist. All right, 1-0 up. Bologna have the ball now. Pete, do you think Cade Cowell is ready for Bologna in the Serie A? No. Kid isn't even performing in MLS. He's got one assist, 1 goal in 20 games in MLS this year. Cowell has a long way to go, particularly technically. Pulisic trying to put Loftus-Cheek down the line with 1 touch, but it's out for a throw. It's a key pass. Yes, Daniel. It's a key pass for Pulisic on that goal. Have you seen the final of Women's World Cup this Sunday? I did not see it. No, Thiago. How was it? All right, here comes Bologna down the right. Hernandez beaten too easily, but he drags his shot wide there. Goal kick for Milan. Just Frank, Cade Cowell to Serie B. He should just stay in MLS and work on and work to improve. All right. Goal kick. Bologna pressing in a front 2. Magnan goes long. Bologna clear. Now they come down the middle. Oh, he has a shot. It's a tight angle. Good defending. It's blocked. Oh, my God. That was close. Side netting. Side netting there. Side netting off a good shot. Pete, when is your roster video coming out? Will it be live? It probably won't be live, no. But sometime this week. All right, goal kick for Milan. They look a little shaky at the back. I'm not going to lie. They've looked a little shaky today. Long goal kick from Magnan. Again, looking for Giroud with the headed flick on, but there's nobody there. It goes all the way back to the keeper. Seems to be one of their primary forms of attack, Milan. Go long to Giroud, the same way that Juve was looking for Vlahovic yesterday. Bologna trying to build out of the back. Pulisic dropping. Pressing has never really been one of Pulisic's strengths. Oh, nice work, Reinders. Turns in midfield, gives it to Pulisic. Pulisic manages to hold on to it. He's fouled. He's down again. Ferguson fouls him. Same leg. Oh, clatter into him. That should be a yellow. That should be a yellow. Just get up, Pulisic. Please don't stay down. All right, free kick. So Pulisic wins the free kick, and he looks like he's standing over it, still grimacing. Come on, Pulley. Come on, Pulley. Give us a nice cross. Give us a nice cross here, Pulisic. Oh, he dummied it, and they head it out. It'll be a corner. Yeah, Reinders looks good. Reinders looks good. Could be Reinders and Musa in midfield down the line, because this Milan midfield looks doesn't look great so far. Corner for Milan. Reinders taking it. Takes it short to Theo. Back to Reinders. Chips it in. Oh, cleared by Bologna. That was close. That'll be a throw-in for Milan. Long throw into the box. Loftus-Cheek gives it out wide. It goes back to Calabria. Calabria with the deep cross. Reinders tries to take it down. Oh, he still has it. Oh, Leao tries to take it down. I'm sorry, but it went out already. Whew. Are all the Serie A games going to be on Paramount? Yes, Julian. All the Serie A games are on Paramount. Rafael, who's been kind of quiet? Leao. Leao has been quiet so far today. I don't know if that went out, did it? I don't think the whole ball crossed the line. All right, but Theo Hernandez brings down the goal kick inside for Leao fouled as he tried to turn. Another free kick for Milan. This Bologna team loves fouling, huh? All right, another free kick for Milan. They're going to play this one short. Oh, bad giveaway from Krunic there. Krunic slipped Xerxes on the ball. Oh, plays him through. Good tackle. Xerxes tries to take it down. Pulisic back defending. Get tighter, get tighter. Milan cross the back. Thiago, I know you don't care much, Pete, but I have to say anyway. Outside of USA, USWNT is way more famous than USMNT, and the fact that the girls lost very early and how the captain called unfair was childish. Yeah, I don't know if that's true, to be honest, Thiago. Maybe in Brazil, the U.S. women's national team is more famous, But if you go anywhere in the world and you ask them Christian Pulisic versus Alex Morgan, more people are going to know Christian Pulisic. That's my opinion. Now, as a team, as a women's team, I think the world knows that the U.S. women's team has been better than the men in the past. So, yeah, that part I agree with you. All right, here comes Pulisic drifting inside. Slides in Giroud, lays it off. Back to Pulisic. Shot! What a goal, Christian Pulisic! What a fucking goal, Christian Pulisic! Hell to the fucking yeah! What a goal! That was Pulisic and Giroud together. Jesus fucking Christ! Woo! Hell to the yeah! Hell yeah! What a strike, Christian Pulisic! What a baller strike! Woo! Oh, we cooking now, boys. We cooking now. Let's go. Let's watch this on replay. Taco Pulisic with a goal on his debut. Nice layoff. He takes it in stride, curls it into the far corner. What a beautiful strike. He set that up. He got the layoff from his old Chelsea buddy Giroud. And wham! 2-0. Captain America is officially on the scoreline for Milan. The Rossoneri are cooking, and there's an American chef at the heart of it. Let's go. Let's go. We here, boys. This season has officially started, and Christian Pulisic is making his mark already. Time to tweet some shit. All right, 2-0. Milan are up in the 21st minute. And our boy is cooking. And that was kind of him coming more central. Teo, Reginders couldn't quite get on the end of that. All right, you guys. 2-0 up already, and Pulisic on the scoreline. All right, where are we? Sorry, just got to finish my banger tweet, yo. Hell yeah. Forza Milan. Forza Christian Pulisic. Pulisic. Deep cross from Bologna. Teo better get out wide. 1v1. Don't get beat, Teo. Shot from distance is blocked easily by Reinders. Woohoo! Pulisic involved in both goals that Milan has scored. And as I tweeted, help me out by going and retweeting my tweet. Milan is cooking, and it's an American chef at the heart of it. Let's go, Christian Pulisic. If you're on Twitter, go retweet my tweet, guys. Captain called unfair. Yeah, I'm not sure what Thiago meant there. I think he's talking about Megan Rapinoe, maybe, or Alex Morgan. I'm not sure. Leao pushed off the ball and then tackled, but not before he beat two players. Yes, guys, like the stream for another Pulisic goal. Like the stream for another Pulisic goal. We have more than 400 people in the chat and only 146 likes. Let's go. Just Frank. Pete, will more Americans be coming to the Italian league in the future? Maybe. Maybe. Not right now, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me get this banner going. Christian Pulisic. What a goal. What a goal. All right. It is currently a water break here. They're having a hydration break. I'm just going to get this banner going. Pioli having words with his players. Isn't it interesting, guys? And I said this in the summer. Okay, I said this when Pulisic transferred. I said there are a lot of English Premier League players who struggled in England, particularly at Chelsea, who went to Serie A and found success, right? You've got Giroud, obviously, is a big one. Tammy Abraham is a big one. Mo Salah was a big one as well. Pulisic looks like he's off to a good start. Tomori is another one. We'll see how Loftus-Cheek goes. But it's very common for players from Chelsea to go to Italy and find success. What players in Pulisic's team are his besties? I know he's very close with Adams, Tyler Adams, McKennie. The three of them are quite close. He's also very close with Haji Wright and Alejandro Zendejas, but those two are not exactly first-team material. Not right, at least not right now. Woo! All right, down the line, Pulisic on the ball again. That goal should fill him with confidence. De Bruyne went to Bundesliga. Yeah, De Bruyne as well. I thought, no, De Bruyne went to Wolfsburg, didn't he? Didn't he go to Germany? Oh, nice layoff from Giroud. Here comes Reinders. He's got Pulisic to his right. He slides Pulisic down the right. Pulisic with the cross. Oh, my God. A great cross for Giroud. He volleyed it with his left foot. What a save by the keeper. That could easily have been another Pulisic assist. Good Lord. What an excellent cross by Pulisic here. Great strike, great volley by Giroud, and good save by the keeper. Good Lord. Pulisic is absolutely cooking, isn't he? AR, sorry, I missed your tweet, your super chat. Pulisic plays differently with Giroud on the field. Yes. Do you remember that? Is Pulisic taking the corner here? Yes, he is. Come on, Pulley, get us a nice assist. Oh! Leao tried to. Good corner by Pulisic. It was headed on, and then Leao tried to bicycle kick it, but it was wide. They've got really good chemistry. If you remember post-COVID when Pulisic had his best ever Chelsea form and helped them get top four, that was when him and Giroud were playing together a lot. And they have really good chemistry, as we've already evidenced, both of them involved in both goals. Here comes Bologna down the left. Puli has to get tighter there on that cross. You got to get tighter there, bud. Can't let them get that cross off. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here comes Milan. Leao tackled. Foul. That's a foul on Leao. That should be a yellow card. This Bologna team is playing really dirty, huh? They're just fouling everyone. That was great work by Leao, and then he got his he clipped him from the back. All right, all the way back to Magnan. We're 30 minutes in. Milan are up 2-0. Pulisic scored one, Giroud with the other. Pulisic also involved in the first goal, getting the hockey assist. Long ball over the top. Leao takes it down. He has Pulisic with him. Gives it to Calabria. Leao central. Leao dribbling away from pressure. Gives it to Teo Hernandez. Infield. Lays it off for Calabria. Calabria all the way back to Teo. I don't know how you pronounce Malik Teo's name. Yes, Serge is officially a PSV loanee now. Serginho Dest is at PSV. Nice layoff from Pulisic to Loftus-Cheek. Back out to Pulisic. Can't quite get there. Can't quite get there. Or was that Calabria who couldn't get there? I think it was Calabria who couldn't get there. Yes, Dest is officially at PSV now, guys. Sorry if I missed this, but where do you think Musa fits in this Milan midfield? Oh, Pulisic just cooked his man on the right. He's through on the right. Cross is blocked. That'll be a corner. Pulisic is absolutely cooking. He just burst past his man. Really nice dribble from Pulisic. Let's watch that again. Oh, he megged him. He megged him on the dribble. Oh, our boy is cooking, you guys. Our boy is cooking. And Landon Donovan said he should come to MLS. Remember? I think Christian Pulisic should come to the LA Galaxy. And Pulisic will take the corner here. Corner. Poor corner. Straight at the keeper. Poor corner. Sorry if I missed. So yeah, Musa can take either, I wouldn't say Rangers spot. Rangers looking very good. Either Krunic or Loftus-Cheek. Honestly, I would say Loftus-Cheek's spot is more up for grabs than Krunic. But either of those he could take. Let's see, but he's going to have to take it. He's going to have to, you play in Milan's midfield, he can't afford to be passive the way he was in Valencia. He's going to have to really, really show consistency. Consistency. All right, here comes Pulisic again. Lays it off. Rangers in midfield. Pulisic drifting central at times. Goes back to Teo to Leao. Musa didn't make the bench because he's red card suspension. The last time I'm going to say it. Pulisic. No, that's Rangers. Rangers out to Calabria. Pulisic is wide. He finds him. 1v1. Gives it back to Calabria. For Pulisic, knowing when to go on the dribble and when to just play it simple and not try to do too much is going to be really crucial for his success. Because Pulisic is a bit of a confidence player, right? He can be a bit of a head case at times. Where and this probably goes really well with Thiago's question. Long ball over the top. Doesn't quite find Loftus-Cheek there. But Giroud is hunting him down. Pulisic playing central at the moment. Giroud... It seems very fluid with Giroud and Pulisic. Giroud drifts wide. Leao can drift central. Pulisic can drift central. It's a very fluid front three at this time. All right, here they come. Pulisic better drop back to help out his... Ooh, save by Magnan. Pulisic's going to have to be quicker defensively there. Calabria was caught 2v1 and Pulisic was slow to drop. Pulisic's weak points. Injuries, corners... When things are not going well, Thiago, it's hard for him to do the simple things well. He tries to do too much at times, and then when it doesn't come off, he gets frustrated, and then everything just looks terrible for Pulisic. So finding more consistency and not letting, a poor performance make him lose his mentality or his confidence, that's going to be really crucial for Pulisic. Really crucial. All right, Pulisic is released. Giveaway. He's trying to find Giroud, but they're swamped by Bologna defenders. Work rate defensively is also a weak point. Good point, BMR. Finishing can improve. But his finishing is fine when he's confident. He's a lot like Josh Sargent in that sense. When things are going well, he looks like a world beater. When things are not going well, like the variance in levels, he needs to find equilibrium, right? Is like when things are not going well, can you still maintain a certain level of play? Because it's either top of the world or way down here. And that is going to be really important for him to find that consistency. Long ball. Pulisic defending right now. Much better defensively there. Forcing the ball wide. And then Calabria blocks the cross. That's better from Pulisic. Better. Yeah, Leao has been quite quiet, huh? Had one or two good moments, but other than that, has been a little quiet, considering he's their best player. All right. On the break here, you've got Pully to your right. He finds him. Pulisic central. Slides in Teo. Teo is tackled. Pulisic picks up the loose ball. Giroud tries to stab it to Leao, but there's too much on it. He's looking well. He's looking good so far, guys. Pulisic looking good. Julian Vivas. Is Cade Cowell going to Bologna? I don't know. There's been rumors about it for weeks, and there's been no progress on it. So I'd say I doubt it. Flo to Chelsea looks more and more likely. They don't really have a top striker. Bruja is there. Jackson is there. They might still go for it. I would not love that for him because we all know the disaster that Chelsea is at the time. Bologna in transition. Down the left. Good defending there by Tomori. Timothy Martinson. It's going well. It's 2-0 up. Pulisic with a goal and a hockey assist for Giroud. Chris Richards on the bench. Yes, Chris Richards is always on the bench for Palace. Seems like he needs a loan. If they're not going to play him, loan him. Or get rid of Gahey, one or the other. So yeah, Julian, I'm not sure what's happening with that. We'll see with Cade Cowell. If I'd put money on it, I would say no. Not in the summer at least. Maybe at the end of the season. All right, number 9s don't need goals. Giroud would be benched for Triple G. Exactly. Gotta work in our system, Olivier. We have Jesus. We have Jesus Ferreira. We really don't need you out here just scoring goals outside of the system. All right. Do you think he is the type of those players who need to be benched at the second half because he lacks focus on the game? Are you talking about Pulisic? No. It's not a lack of focus. It's a lack of confidence and consistency. Focus is fine. I don't think he has a problem with his focus. His head is always in the game. Problem, if anything, his head is too much in the game. He allows poor moments or like a stray pass or a poor touch. Too much of that, and then his confidence levels start to drop. Some players they're just confidence players, right? It's a mentality thing. The best players in the world, their mentality doesn't change if they're having a good game or a bad game, right? I was talking to a player about that one time. He was a striker, and he was also a very confidence-based player. This was when I was coaching in India. And I told him, look, you're going to have days where it's just not coming off for you, right? Where the technical side of the game, if you're finishing, whatever, you're going to have bad days. Quick transition right now. Regenders pushes it wide to Leao. Giroud is through. Keeper comes out and decks him. Oh my God, absolutely decked by the keeper there. That should at least be a free kick. No, that's not Giroud, is it? That's not Giroud. That's a nasty deck. That is a nasty. Oh, ouch. I hope he's okay. God damn. Teo Hernandez. Oof. Oh, his shoulder doesn't look good. Yeah, that's Teo. Teo's down. I hope he's all right. Looks like his right shoulder. I hope he didn't dislocate it. Nasty. But yeah, to your point, sometimes, like, so I told this guy, I said, look, you're going to have days where things are not going well for you. What you have to figure out is on the days when it's not working. Oh, Teo's up. Hopefully he's okay. On the days when it's not working, what can you control? You can still control your contributions to the team in terms of your pressing, in terms of your defensive work rate, in terms of your link-up play. Because the problem with him is he would miss a goal and then he would just drop his head and all of his work would go out the window. And I'd be like, what you need to do when that's not working is focus on the defensive side of your game, your work rate, your off-ball movement. Those are things that are not based on confidence. You can do those whether you're feeling confident or not. And then focus on getting the simple things right to build your confidence back up. So after a bad miss, maybe you don't try a complex, try to, move to dribble 1v1. Can you try a simple layoff or hold the ball up, hold off your defender and give it back? Just when you start doing the simple things right, your confidence will then go back up, which will allow you to find your old levels. So it was just kind of a mentality thing with him, and it worked. When he could focus on the right things when things weren't going well, it would help to build his confidence back up, and then we would see more of the old guy. So it was just working on his mentality. I'm not saying that's what Pulisic needs to do. I'm just saying that that's my experience with confidence players. All right, Bologna coming down the left. We're 41 minutes in. Missed this one. Sorry, Barney. Pulisic is straight cooking. I'm so proud. You and me both. You and me both. Justice. How you doing, Justice? How does Tomori not play for England? Because he plays in Serie A. England doesn't like players who don't play in the Premier League, right? We saw this with Tomori many times. We saw this with Balogun before. Jude Bellingham was the only player that really, was cooking in Dortmund and was playing for England. But that was a very unusual situation. He was so good in Dortmund, he was impossible to ignore. Generally speaking, if you don't play in England, the English don't want you. That's just how it is. They rate every other league. And to be fair, the Premier League is the best league in the world. But they'd rather have a Harry Maguire just because he plays in England, although he's not playing anymore, than a Fikayo Tomori, who's playing for Milan, who's still a top 10 team in the world, right? Little bit of xenophobia there as far as the other leagues go. Flow to Chelsea would be pretty bad. Yeah, I would not love it because Chelsea are kind of a dumpster fire. So I would be very concerned about that. All right, 42 minutes in, guys. What a first half. For American fans, this is the best possible start for Milan and for Pulisic. Teo Hernandez gives it to Tomori. What is Tomori doing? What a bad giveaway. Oh, terrible giveaway. Cross comes in. Thankfully, Maignan is there. Ref says that's a free kick. Tomori with a terrible giveaway there. He's trying to dribble out of pressure in his own defensive third. Or then tried to make the pass, but it was blocked, and they got it. And the cross. Oh, yeah, that's a bad foul. Leao, what are you doing, man? You gave him a very cheap free kick there. It's not a penalty. It's a free kick because it was just outside the box. My thing is the flow to Chelsea is what happens to Nick Jackson. I mean, they need guys, right? So Flo might start. He'll get some start. I think he'll play at Chelsea just because they really don't have a good striker. They've got Bruja there, and they've got Bruja and they've got Nick Jackson, right? So neither of those guys is that great, but I don't know if Flo is much better, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. The biggest issue is not so much who's his competition, it's the absolute lack of direction and planning at Chelsea. like this most unstable club in the world right now. Free kick easily goes over the top. Good shout on the clock, Austin and BMR. Thank you, guys. S27. Good shout. Good timing, too. Pulisic. Yeah, Tomori should have chose Canada, right? Canada, of all people. They need center backs bad. But can you blame him for not wanting to represent Canada, too? It's like, the second worst team at the World Cup. I don't know. We'll see. Four minutes of extra time. Switch to the Arsenal game for halftime. Why? There's no Americans there, bro. We don't care about them. I mean, there's Richards on the bench. Oh, nice little headed down. It could have gone to Loftus-Cheek there. But Canada's like also broke. They couldn't even get Aiden Morris. Like you couldn't even get Aiden Morris. How did you expect to get Fikayo Tomori? Couldn't get Koleosho either. They had Koleosho in camp and he ended up leaving halfway through. Like what a disaster is Canada. Bologna coming down the right. Milan have slowed off a little since the 2 goals. Pulisic back defending. Bologna probing at the moment in the last dying minutes of this first half, looking for space. Just keep that 2-0 going into halftime and you'll be fine. If you win the ball, let's do a quick counter here. All right, deep cross maybe from Bologna. Yep, deep cross, brings it down. Calabria defends well. Pulisic double teams him. New cross. Flick on header is well wide. Zorio says, Pulisic looks like an elite defensive force in comparison to what Leao is doing on the other wing, to be fair. That is true. But if you're Leao, you get a little bit more leeway than Christian Pulisic, right? That's just the truth. Koleosho is open to playing for USMNT. 29 spoke to his agent not too long ago. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. I mean, they always say they're open, right? Because they don't want to lock anything down with what if Italy stops calling him up. But I do think if Italy keeps calling up Koleosho, I don't think he's going to pick us, guys. As fun as that would be. Here comes Bologna. Do you rate Koleosho, Pete? I mean, he looked pretty good in his opening game for Burnley against Man City. I thought he looked all right. I mean, definitely an upgrade on, a lot of our wingers. I think not Pulisic and probably not Weah either, but better than Brendan Aronson. I mean, for winger depth, hell yeah. Better than Brendan Aronson, in my opinion. But he's young. He's 19. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We could always use more winger depth because now, look, Taylor Booth is injured. Kevin Paredes is there, but he's still young. Halftime, guys. Halftime. I think he could be our third winger. After Weah and Pulisic, you got Koleosho, Taylor Booth, Kevin Paredes. Those should be our winger options. Zendejas had a chance to break his way in to the, the senior squad, but his Gold Cup performances were so bad. He shouldn't even be in the top 23, in my opinion. Like, if he's there in September camp, we've done something wrong. Yeah, Kolyosho wants to play for Italy, guys. I'd put it right now at 75% he's going to Italy. But I do think if it was between us and Canada, he'd pick us. How confident are you that within the next 10, 15 years, we're seriously going to grow out our player pool to look like a true top 5 to 10 team, Pete? It's a good question, Jonathan. I think we're developing a lot of good players, but not a lot of great players. That is kind of the issue. There's too many Brendan Aaronsons and not enough Pulisics and Reynas. And we're recruiting a lot of guys, right? Like a lot of our top players have been recruited, let's be honest. Anthony Robinson, Serginho Dest, Yunus Musa, Folarin Balogun. We're recruiting a lot of guys, which is good. It helps us. But we're not creating those guys. The guys that we're creating, like the best player that we developed is obviously Christian Pulisic. But as Tack likes to say, Pulisic is kind of an anomaly. Gio Reyna, very specific situation, right? Those are the two that we created who are elite. Not world-class, but elite. And then you've got Balogun is the other elite that we recruited. Other than that, it's more of a Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams type player that we are creating and then recruiting some, your Dests, your Musas, your A-Robs, CCVs. Richards could become a world-class center back, but he needs to start playing because at Palace, they don't rate him, which is bizarre to me because he was very good for them whenever he did play last year. Pepe, we recruited, Jacko, but we also developed him. Like, we recruited him from Mexico, but he was developed in the American system. So, Pepe, 100%, we deserve credit for. Pepe and Sargent are two other strikers we deserve credit for developing them because we did, right? So, we recruited Pepe, but we also developed him. I'm talking more about recruiting guys like Musa and Dest that we had zero hand in developing. Cavan Sullivan is 13 years old, guys. Let's pump the brakes on Cavan. He's 13 years old. Looks like a very good player, but there's absolutely no way to tell if he's going to be a good player or not. So I would just pump the brakes on Cavan. Like, I was talking to Tack about Cavan, and he made a really good point. He said, the problem with a guy like Cavan Sullivan is in Brazil, you have 10 of those, and only one of them makes it, right? So, a guy like Endrick was there. There were 10 Endricks at 14 years old. And only Endrick makes it. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way you have to look at it. We don't know if Cavan's going to make it or not. And hyping up a 13-year-old, it's just a fool's errand. So I would pump the brakes on that. Let's wait till he gets to a U17 level at least before we start hyping him up. If he doesn't make that under 17 roster this November, which I don't think he will, he's still playing with the under 15s, then, we just wait. Let's just wait and see how he develops. Can we find random Brazilian Americans? There aren't many of them. I mean, we've got Johnny, but other than that, there really isn't many. Tiago, is there anything for USMNT in 2023? You mean like tournaments? I mean, we have friendlies. We have friendlies in September next month and then October. Germany, Ghana in October, and Uzbekistan and Oman in September. And then in November, we have Nations League group stage, which is going to suck. But yeah, that's pretty much what 2023 looks like. And then in November, we have the under 17 World Cup, which is taking place in Indonesia, which is wild, if you ask me. Osimhen with a beautiful, beautiful goal. Is anybody else surprised that Osimhen didn't get signed this summer by a Premier League team? I thought Osimhen was going to Chelsea or Man United. They both need strikers. Marcus Rashford isn't it. And none of the strikers that Chelsea bought are it either. Obed Vargas is not Brazilian. He's a Mexican-American. Chris Gary with a good point here. Nations League format changed. How come it's not showing up on the screen? November is a quarterfinal that doubles as Copa America qualification. Gotcha. So it is still Nations League. It's just not the group stage. Osimhen has a 150 million euro release clause. Yeah, I thought somebody would trigger that, though. I thought one of the big Premier League clubs would trigger that. Not Man City, because they already have Haaland. But Man United loves overpaying for players. So you think they might be the ones, right? They might be the ones. We'll see. Kai Braun, what's up? Thank you for the super chat. Pete, how are we doing? What do you think about Pulisic performance? Astute chaos. So far, so good. So far, so good. Goal and hockey assist. Created 2 more chances or 1 more chance for Giroud. Maybe not the best with his corners and could be a little better defensively at times. But overall, net positive from Pulisic this game. Best U17 players. So I'll give you the ones I think are the best. Mattia Kimboni, the center back from DC United. Diego Cochin, the goalkeeper from Barcelona. Keiro Figueroa, the striker from Liverpool. Pedro Soma, the number 6. Cruz Medina is an interesting one to watch. Wasn't as good as the qualifiers as we kind of hoped for. Plus, there's also, what's his name? The midfielder from Barcelona. I can't remember his name offhand, but he's pretty good too. Didn't look great at the under-17 qualifiers, to be honest. Simon, thank you. Adrian Simon Gill. Micah Burton looks good as well, the Austin kid. There's Micah Burton and Adrian Simon Gill. Micah Burton was kind of a standout performer, more than Cruz Medina at the under-17. So let's see how that continues to look. Christian McFarlane is another one. Christian McFarlane was being courted by England. He's in New York City's academy, playing for MLS Next. England's very interested in him. Man City are very interested in him. We don't have really a good left back at that U17 level. So getting Christian McFarlane on that U17 World Cup roster would be very nice to have. Like if we take the team, there's also Axel Perez in the Lyon Academy. Another guy to watch out for. So if we add to that team, right, that under-17 CONCACAF team that they didn't win, but they made it to the final and lost to Mexico, it wasn't a very complete team. It was missing some players. If we can add Mattia Kimboni to that center back pool, get Diego Cochin in goal, and then add Christian McFarlane at left back and Axel Perez in the attack, I think will be a much more cohesive team. But we'll see. If you could take a Brazilian player, wow, for USMNT, who would it be? That's a very good question. I mean, you would say Neymar, but actually, no, I don't know if I would actually go for Neymar. It's tempting because it's not just about the best Brazilian player. I guess you'd have to go with Neymar. Yeah, you'd have to go with Neymar and put him at the 10. I was trying to think, is there any other position that we need more? But the upgrade from any position to Neymar, it's the biggest. Would have to be Neymar. Vini Jr., you could make the argument, but then he plays on the left where Pulisic already plays. So you'd be upgrading, put Vini Jr. on the left. I guess you could put Pulisic on the right. Yeah, it's a good shout, but I'd probably still go Neymar at the 10. So Steven Nagishi, how you doing, Steven? Long time, bro. Todd Bodie has no idea what he's doing with Chelsea, does he? Yeah, it does. He doesn't. They're just signing players and then throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. So, yeah, it's wild. They lost to West Ham again on the weekend. Even bringing in a new coach is not going to solve their problems when you just have this slapped together roster of overpaid players. Mudryk, 100 million for Mudryk, guys. What are we saying? Balogun signing makes no sense. He is hurting the reputation of Americans. So I don't want Balogun signing. I don't want Balogun there. But from Chelsea's perspective, I actually think Balogun makes sense. They need a good striker. Is Balogun ready to be a striker for a Premier League team like Chelsea? In my opinion, no. Is he an upgrade on Nicholas Jackson, or at least an alternative option to Nicholas Jackson? Maybe. So I have mixed feelings. I don't think it's going to work, but if he goes, I hope at least he can show up, because I think it's a big jump from Ligue 1 to the Premier League. And to a club like Chelsea, where the fan base is toxic, the pressure is immense, and there's no cohesion, there's no plan. It's just a bunch of players imported together randomly they don't fit each other's style of play. I think it to be very, very hard for Chelsea this year, even if they get Balogun. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for them to put together a good season. Doesn't feel like there's any direction with that club. And the players feel that. They feel the lack of direction, and that impacts them mentally. But yeah, it's stupid, because it just makes it worse for Americans when an American owner who has no idea what he's doing comes in and just tries to slap this roster together by throwing money at any player who seems good. Like, who's in charge of scouting over there? It's wild. I would prefer Fulham for Balogun, honestly. I'd prefer Monaco than Chelsea, to be honest. Fulham or Monaco. All right, second half is about to kick off. Players are coming back on the field. Bologna are out first. 2-0 down. Oh. What is the most toxic EU team for outside players? Thiago, I'd probably say Chelsea. Chelsea or Leeds at this point. Chelsea or Leeds. All right, so Bologna make one save. Orsolini is coming on for Nicola Moro. Orsolini is on. They need some goals, and they need them quick. I hope Milan doesn't drop off in the second half here. You know, like Juve did yesterday, 3-0 up at halftime, then they drop off. I hope they really go for it. Try to get 3 or 4. Make a real statement. First game of the season, away from home, new signings playing. Make a real statement. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, the French League would be on BNTV if Flo goes to Monaco, guys. You'd have to get Fubo TV if you don't have cable. All right, and in the lineup, it kind of looks like Pulisic's playing as a second forward right now with Loftus-Cheek on the right. That's what it looks like. We'll see how that plays out in the actual game. Nope, that's Pulisic on the right. My bad. That's Reinders next to Giroud. Pulisic was out of frame. From this far out, it looked like Pulisic. Pulisic is still on the right. Loftus-Cheek gets it down the right. Pulisic infield to Giroud. Giroud back to Calabria. Pulisic's already drifted inside. Wants the ball from Calabria, but the angle's too tight. Ends up wide to Theo Hernandez. Oh, he plays Leao through. Leao, come on, Leao. Leao, too long on the ball. First time it, brother. Out wide to Calabria. That'll be out for a corner. Ref says no, goal kick. Where do you watch Serie A? Paramount Plus, guys. Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is the way to go. K Plum says Leeds aren't getting relegated. I don't know if they're getting relegated, but they're definitely not getting promoted. I'll tell you that right now. Long ball over the top. They could get relegated. I would be very surprised if they got relegated consecutively. I would be very surprised. Even Leeds can't be that bad. Pulisic gives it back to Tia. Malik Tia in midfield to Krunic. Krunic gives it over to what's his face? Tomori. Long ball over the top from Calabria, looking for Leao, but Bologna bring it down. Oh, Leao steals it. Gives it inside to Loftus-Cheek. Back heels it back to Leao. Leao is tackled. A little too casual today sometimes, Leao. Ooh, Giroud. Nice layoff from Giroud. Oh, he almost played Pulisic through there. Goes wide. Teo. Teo inside to Krunic. Krunic to Calabria. Calabria back to Malik Tia. Tia over to Tomori. Tomori to Teo. Teo. Tomori. Tomori back to Leao. Switches it. Nope. Decides to go back to Mike Maignan and reset. Long ball from Leao looking for Pulisic, but Bologna headed out. That'll be a throw-in for Milan. Calabria down the right. Loses the ball trying to beat his man. Bologna trying to build here. Krunic steps into midfield and wins it. It's very, very scrappy in midfield right now. Tia ends up going all the way back to Maignan there. Krunic back to Tomori. Maignan. Still pressing very high right now, Bologna. Long ball looking for Pulisic. Pulisic is not going to win anything in the air. I don't know why we're sending long balls looking for flick-ons from Pulisic. Calabria gets it down the right. Calabria manages to evade. No, that's Loftus-Cheek. Good work, Loftus-Cheek. Beats two men, keeps it in. And then manages to win a corner. No. Ref says that is a goal kick. That was some good work by Loftus-Cheek, but just dawdled on the ball a little too long there. I'm wearing Chicago Fire's jersey. Massive deal closer. Who is the most toxic EU team? Sorry, I'll get to these super chats. My bad, Thiago. Julian, if Leeds get relegated, would Brendan have to play in the third division of England next year? Hopefully he stays in Germany. If they get relegated, I don't think he's going to go play for League One. I think they'll have to sell him. If they get relegated again, they're going to have to sell him. There's no way they can afford to hold on to him. Certainly not on his wages. Thought 90% of Chelsea's players aren't even European. Sure. I'm trying to think. A lot of them are. Reece James is European. I don't know. 90% is high, but you're right. A lot of them are South American, African. Yeah, you're right. Especially now. Mudryk is European. Reece James is European. It's a good exercise. Good defending from Milan here. Let me go see Chelsea's lineup from yesterday. Let's take a look. Oh, here comes Theo Hernandez down the left. Ooh, good work beating two players. Ref says play on as he's fouled. Interesting. What's happening now? Teo's not happy. He feels like he was fouled. All right, so here is Robert Sanchez is Spanish, the goalkeeper, so he's European. Then they've got Axel Diassi. He's French, so he's European. Colwill is definitely European. The guy's English. So that's already 3 right there. Enzo Fernandez is not. Conor Gallagher is. Ben Chilwell is. Raheem Sterling is. Gusto is French. So, yeah, that is still very heavily European. Nicholas Jackson is, where is Jackson from? In Gambia. Yeah, he is a Gambian player. Oh, Bologna thought they could keep that in. All right, 51 minutes in. A little quieter from Milan so far this second half. All right, Magnan gives it out to Tia. Tia into midfield. Reinders is doing a good job of his link-up play. Dropping deep, taking turns with Krunic. Flicked on header from Giroud, looking for Pulisic. Can't quite get to it. But Loftus-Cheek is fouled. Wow, Bologna is really non-stop fouling today. They're really trying to break up the rhythm of Milan's play. Really trying to break that up. Tomori gives it to Tia. You have to keep going back. To be fair, Bologna is doing a really good job. Ooh, terrible giveaway by Tia. Zirkzee laying it off. Bologna coming down the left. 1v1. Pulisic tries to win that one, but Bologna clears. Cross. Easy clearance there. Giroud pressing. Pulisic should press with him. Bologna having a little too much of the ball right now. All the way back to the keeper. Bologna coming down the left. Calabria beat too easily. Shot is dragged too high from Ferguson. Pulisic, once again, a little missing on that defensive play there. Matt Murata, hey Pete, just got off work. How are our boys doing? Pretty good. Musa's not playing, obviously, but Pulisic has a goal and a hockey assist so far, and another good chance created for Giroud. Dave says Nashville played excellent defense against Inter Miami. Messi actually had to work for his gold. It definitely didn't defend well on the goal. At least Walker Zimmerman didn't. But I didn't watch the game, so I'll take your word for it. Yeah, Catherine. Milan definitely seems like they've come off the gas. A little bit. A little bit. But here's the thing. Bologna is pushing forward now looking for a goal. And that means they'll be very susceptible to quick transitions, especially with guys like Leao and Pulisic there. Leao's had a quiet game today, though. Speaking of the devil, just tried to turn and switch the play, but was tackled. Ooh, nice work by Pulisic there, finding Giroud. He dribbled away from pressure and then found Giroud in field. They win it back. Pulisic sprinting. Krunic on the ball. Gives it wide here. Reinders slides in. Krunic just runs into a player and falls down. Should have laid that one off for Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic megged. He megged him looking for Leao with that one. Or no, that's Tomori. What the hell is Tomori doing up there? Here comes Bologna. Tomori caught out of position. Krunic recover. Ref says play on. Teo bursts forward with the ball. Teo loves running into people with the ball, huh? That was goofy. Why did he do that? He should have just, he had 4 passing options and he just ran into the guy. Big switch from Bologna, but Pulisic heads it down to Giroud. Quick counter here. Oh, is Leao through? Is he on? That's the question. Is he on? Tackled. He was offside anyways. Leao has had a quiet game, huh? Yeah, Leo has not been good today. Leao, not Leo. Leao has not been good, but that's why you have Pulisic and Giroud and all these other guys. Reinders has been quite good. Because you can have an off day. There will be days where Leao's on fire and Pulisic's having an off day. Calabria goes all the way back to Magnan. All the way back to Magnan. Magnan bursting forward, finds Loftus-Cheek on the right. He's got Pulisic with him. Pulisic takes a touch, back to Loftus-Cheek, who turns away from pressure, manages to find Calabria. Calabria dishes to Pulisic. Pulisic releases Calabria. He's fouled. No? How is that not a foul? He's totally blocked off on that. My God. Calabria's up very quickly. In the past, to be considered a famous Brazilian player, you had to have been in Chelsea or Manchester, at least was like a must-have in resume. I always thought Brazilians never really went to the Premier League before, right? Like, Brazilians in the Premier League is a very recent thing. Ronaldo never went there. Rivaldo never went there. Ronaldinho never went there. Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Edelson, Zé Roberto. I think the one I remember kind of pioneering was Gilberto Silva at Arsenal. He was the Brazilian midfielder at Arsenal, and they played a very fluid attacking style, so it kind of suited him. And then after that, they brought Robinho to Man City. That was a big flop. But I didn't think before they really had a lot of Brazilians. Calabria beat there. Good save by Magnan off the left. I remember when Man U signed those twins, Fabio and Rafael. They signed these 2 twin boys. Both of them. I mean, Rafael was okay. Fabio never really took off. Ask Tack and he will confirm. But Thiago, explain this to me, because I've been watching the Premier League for more than 20 years. And there was no Brazilians in the Premier League. Hardly. Very few before. It's only recently that most Brazilians would go to Spain or to Italy. Serie A and La Liga I don't understand why you're saying in the past Brazilians had to go to England to be famous. Because there were no Brazilians. And yet there were so many famous ones. So explain this to me. Explain what you mean, because I'm lost. Oh, Bologna. Oh, Reginders does a good job putting him off. What happened there? They're getting a little sloppy at the back, Milan. Already given up 2 chances in the last 5 minutes. Should have been 2-1 to Bologna. They keep going. Oh, good save. Good save, Magnan. Saving their blushes there. That's 3 chances in the last 5 minutes. Juninho Paulista paved the way at Middlesbrough. Yeah, I remember Juninho at Middlesbrough. He was special. Juninho was special, but he was about the same time as Gilberto Silva. Remember Gilberto Silva at Arsenal? Okay, here comes Milan. Pulisic bursting into the middle. He's got passing options. Gives it to Rangers on his left. Rangers to Leao. Leao back to Rangers. Rangers going to have a strike. Soft and straight at the keeper. Easy catch. It's a cultural thing. Like, be sent to Europe is like the American dream for Brazilian players. I believe it started with Ronaldo, Fenomeno, and Ronaldinho. Right, but you said English clubs. You said like Man U or Chelsea. Did you just mean big European clubs, Thiago? If you mean just big European clubs, then yeah, that makes sense. But that's still the case, right? For Brazilian to be famous globally, they need to go play in Europe. Nobody knows outside Brazil. Nobody really knows the Brazilians playing in Brazil. You know what I mean? Isn't that still the case? Pulisic picks up the loose ball. He's driving in field. He's got Pulisic with him. He gives it to Calabria. Calabria to Loftus-Cheek. Terrible. Oh, no. No. That was Calabria. My bad. Not a good touch from Calabria there. Long ball over the top. Pulisic's had some dangerous bursts into midfield, but poor touches by his teammates have let him down. Good cross. Easy grab by Mike Magnan there. What happened to my internet? Sorry, my feed just went out, guys. Give me a second. I don't know why my Paramount Plus feed just went out. I'm trying to get it back. Give me a second. Hopefully there's no goal while I'm gone. Pete, your capybara is acting up in the background. I know, it's her lunchtime. It's her lunchtime, so she starts squawking when she wants lunch. Did anybody else's feed also go out with Paramount Plus, or is that just me? All right, Mike Magnan on the ball. Leao to Giroud. Giroud holds on to it. Nice work, Giroud. Giroud gives it to Rangers. Rangers back to Calabria. Or no, that's Teo. Teo swapping passes here. Calabria back to Tia. TR to Calabria. Don't go back to Magnan. Good Lord. Come on. We're trying to attack here. Let's go. Come on. We want Pulley to get another goal before they sub him out. They're going to sub him out around 70 minutes. Watch. Probably for a defensive player. Why are we doing this long switch to Pulisic for an aerial header? Like, he's not going to win an aerial ball. Weird. Here's Tia bursting into midfield, giving it away, and then he fouls Bologna. No, but he was fouled first, ref says. So free kick. They're probably going to bring on Chukwueze for Pulisic. That's my guess. Around the 70th minute, 72 maybe, they're going to bring on Chukwueze for Pulisic. What they should do is bring on Chukwueze for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, put Chukwueze on the right, and let Pulisic cook in the middle. That's what they should be doing. Oh, here we go. Transition. Reinders is central. He's got Giroud. Giroud is 1v1. He's going to create some space. Tackled. Ah, come on. You can be better there, Giroud. Here comes Bologna down the left. All right. Thiago. Nowadays, rich unknown countries are more wanted than EU team for Brazilian. Middle East country are buying all the Brazilian players. Money over famous. I think you probably mean like the second tier Brazilian players will make more money playing in the Middle East than they will in Europe. No? I mean, obviously, apart from Neymar, what other top tier Brazilians have gone to Saudi Arabia? Antidote says, I hate when teams take their foot off the gas. Yeah, you and me both. That's actually not a bad shout. Take off Leao, put Pulisic on the left and Chukwueze on the right. All right, corner for Bologna here, 68th minute. Punched out by Mike Magnan. Good corner. Pulisic heads it out further. He had space to bring that down. Don't know why he didn't. Go, 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 go. Loftus-Cheek. He's got Pulisic to his right. Calabria, move. Thank you. Pulisic plays it simple. Calabria. Why did we slow it down? We had a good transition moment there. Here comes Pulisic down the right. Doesn't have any good passing options. Poor movement off the ball from his teammates. All right, here we go. Good down the right. Oh, not a great cross. Teo was so close there, but his cross to Pulisic was far and high, far and wide. Are they subbing off Pulisic? Oh, it's cooling break. Okay. That was to show re-showing the goal. Giroud on the first one. What's up, Taco? And then Pulisic bursting into midfield. Giroud lays it off for him, and from outside the box, he curls that to the back of the net. Hell yeah. Would not have predicted Pulisic to outplay Leao. You know what? If Pulisic keeps playing well and Leao isn't, and Chukwueze comes on and is playing well, there could be a game where Pulisic plays left wing and they bench Leao. But it's too early for that. It's just one poor game from Leao. Let's see what happens. Cooling break. We'll see if there will be a sub soon. If anyone, it might need to be Leao who subbed off, guys. What's up, Taco? What do you think of Pulisic's performance so far? Huh? You Bologna fan? Say hi to people. What's up? Say hi. You're on camera, bud. Say hello. He's a little camera shy. Has no problem being an asshole in real life, but gets a little camera shy sometimes. Yeah, it lacks intensity, BMR. You're right. It's been quite... Actually, I think, Bologna's brought more intensity. I think Bologna's brought more intensity, honestly. I mean, Heat, come on, Adam. They're playing at nighttime. It's not that bad. It can't be that bad. Giroud is off. Interesting. Giroud's coming off now. Okafor is coming on. All right, so no Chukwueze yet. Calabria is off. And Pulisic. No, it's Giroud and Pulisic off. Okay, so Pulisic is off. Noah Okafor is coming on. God damn. Loftus-Cheek is off. They're making a bunch of subs. Yeah, 72nd minute, exactly as I predicted. Loftus-Cheek is off. Pulisic is off. Giroud is off. I think they made 3 subs. Oh, and Calabria is off too. Good Lord. It wasn't 97 degrees at night. Forget it. There's no way it was 97 degrees at night. I don't buy it. At night, you know what time it is there now? It's like 9 p.m. Stream over for me. They won. Good. See you next stream. Well, they haven't won yet. They haven't won yet. Watch the numbers in the stream drop. I'm going to stay, guys, because I think it's disrespectful. You don't want to be that guy who, like, your favorite players subbed off, so now you leave the stadium, right? It's disrespectful to Milan. They trusted our boy. They paid 20 million for him. They started him. Let's be respectful here. Chukwueze. Let's see what Chukwueze looks like. Teo back to Tio. It's only 15 more minutes, guys. You can hang for 15 more minutes. Come on. Do Pulisic and Giroud have great chemistry, or is that just overblown? No, they do have good chemistry. You saw it at their Chelsea days. Now Musa is going to have to push his way into this lineup, so that'll be interesting. What happens next week? I don't think Musa will start right away. I think he'll start on the bench. But Milan have options, and they're going to have a busy season with Champions League as well. So here's the question for you guys. Who would you prefer to win Serie A? Juve or Milan? Do you want McKennie and Weah to win Serie A or Pulisic and Musa to win Serie A? Tell me your thoughts. Personally, I'm Milan. I want Milan to win. Juve can get second. I don't even want Napoli in the top 4 because of Chucky. Oh, Chucky Lozano. Tyler Wadsworth says Juve, but you've got an Andrea Pirlo profile pic, so there's no surprise there. What's up, Taco? I'm on a stream, bro. I'm on a stream. You don't even understand what that is. Corner for Milan and Bologna clear. What's up, bud? What? You already had your walkie. Isn't Lozano going to LAFC? No, they can't bring in any more players. The MLS window is closed. Nobody's coming into MLS. Inter for second if Balogun joins them. I don't think he's going to them. I don't think he's going to Inter anymore. I think that's kind of off. Taco streams while pizza sleep. Thinking of winning the league just reminded me of BBB's bottle job last season. Yeah, you and me both. All right, let's see what Chukwueze looks like here. Nope. Foul. Another yellow for Bologna. The fouling is terrible. Foul on Tomori. Coming in late, so our boy scored already. First of many. Yes, he did, Josh. Yes, he did. P, I know you don't care, but what do you think about Italy hiring Napoli's coach? You think Italy will fuck it up the third times? No, because Europe gets even more spots now, so I think Italy will be fine. Italy will be fine qualifying for the World Cup. Whether or not they can have an impact at the World Cup is the question. I think Italy are not what they used to be. They used to create so many world-class players, and now how many truly world-class players do they have? How many? I don't know if you could even say, I don't even know. Would you put Chiesa as world-class? I don't know. I don't know if I'd put Chiesa as world-class. Depends how you define world-class. Is Chiesa a top 10 striker in the world? I'm not so sure. Barella, maybe. Yeah, Barella, maybe. But top 10 in the world in your position. Who does Italy have that is clearly top 10 in the world? I don't know if I would put Chiesa top 10, to be honest. I don't know if I would. Donnarumma top 10? I don't know. I wouldn't put that either. Right? Look at the top 10 strikers in the world. Obviously, you've got Haaland, you've got Lewandowski, you've got Harry Kane, you've got Son, you've got, I'd still put Giroud up there as a top 10 striker in the world. Let's see who else. Obviously, Osimhen is a top 10 in the world. Benzema, for me, still top 10 in the world. Trying to think who else would be top 10. Mitrovic, no, but he's not far off. Definitely not Rashford. Gabriel Jesus, maybe top 10 in the world, there or thereabouts. Sandro Tonali, I wouldn't put him as world-class. Very good, but I wouldn't say world-class. Watch someone say Jesus Ferreira. You missed my super chat. Vlahovic, duh. Yeah, of course. Definitely Vlahovic. Why does the MLS window close so early? Because they have their own schedule. They're on their own. The MLS is doing their own thing. They want to be different from the rest of the world. They have their own weird windows, their own schedule, we don't do promotion relegation, single entity bullshit. Playoffs, 99.9% of the league makes the playoffs. You know the deal. Pete, would you rather play in EU for 1 billion or the Middle East for 10 billion? EU for 1 billion. What is the difference to my life between 1 billion and 10 billion? What is the actual difference to my life? Zero difference to my life. I'd rather live in Europe than the Middle East. Although Lebanon, depends where in the Middle East, because you ask me to live in Lebanon, I'll be a lot more excited for that than I would Saudi Arabia. A bigger boat. Yeah, but money is only so much on your happiness. People who say money doesn't buy happiness are wrong. Up to a certain point, money absolutely buys happiness because money takes away a lot of stressors that contribute to unhappiness. up to a certain point. What do they say? That up to about, they said $100,000 a year, but that probably is different now. I'd say up to about $150,000 a year in most of the US. Money is definitely buying happiness because it's making you comfortable, right? After that, the more money you go up beyond, say, 150,000, then the increase in happiness is diminishing slowly. So, up to $1 million, sure, it can buy you a lot more things. It can give you a certain quality of life, a certain security. You can support family. You can help out friends when they need them. You don't have to worry about work as much. You just have more comfortability and security. As that keeps going up, the increase in happiness diminishes to a point where it doesn't really impact it anymore. So, yeah, between 1 billion and 10 million, in my opinion, the only way you could maybe increase in happiness is if you're using that extra 9 billion to help other people, right? That definitely increases happiness if you're helping others. So if you're using that extra 9 billion to solve problems and help people and improve quality of life, charities, donations, you know what I mean? Then I can see that including your happiness. You forgot Aaron Long, silly. Clearly world class. Clearly. Do you think that the Italian league not performing the way it used to is one of the reasons why the Italian national team is struggling? I think it's more because Italians are not producing the same kind of players that they used to, right? I mean, you look at the late 90s, early 2000s, Italy was producing top players, best players in the world. You remember that terrible trio of, who was it? It was Filippo Inzaghi, Christian Vieri, and Francesco Totti. They were like the terrible trio. Then they had these amazing defenders, guys like Alessandro Nesta, who, even Fabio Cannavaro was kind of out of his time, but amazing. And then Gigi Buffon, and then their midfielders were incredible. Pirlo, Gattuso, like so many incredible midfielders to go with their great strikers, and then world-class defenders, and then the best goalkeeper in the world for a long, long time. And now what do they have? Look at the drop-off. Still good players, don't get me wrong, but they're not a world-class team anymore. They're not. They're there with the Netherlands, in my opinion. Maybe not even as good as the Netherlands. Big switch from Bologna. Game has really dropped off. Really dropped off here. Tonali could be world-class. I don't know if he's world-class yet. Is he a top 10 midfielder in the world? Not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. Strike from distance. Good attempt there by Pobega. Except Italy hasn't qualified for the last 2 World Cups, Winelkai. So how can you say they're better than the Netherlands? But they didn't just accidentally win the Euros. That is true. They defended for their lives and got a little bit lucky. And now Chiellini is gone as well, right? Remember, even some of the guys that were in that Euros team are gone. Who's the other defender, the other center back they have that's also super old? Here comes Milan. Oh, Chukwueze tackled in the box. Yeah, he could be, Tim Parker. Tonali definitely could be. Yes, they didn't go to Russia, but they did go to Qatar, and they got to the quarterfinal, losing out to the champions on penalties. Bonucci, thank you. Bonucci is also very old. How much longer is he going to last? Right? Who is Italy really creating as young, interesting players outside of Tonali? They're still using Verratti at times. Yeah, they haven't made it out of the group stage of the World Cup since 2006. Bologna, strike is blocked. Chipped, headed away. Bologna, Milan's defense looking very, very shaky right now. Very shaky. Arsenal are 1-0 up at Palace. Tomiyasu with the goal. No, Odegaard with the goal. Tomiyasu with a red card. Norway is an interesting one. Locatelli, yeah, I guess Locatelli that's fair. He's young. Locatelli and Tonali. Great, my stream just went out again. Koleosho. I mean, let's see on Koleosho. Why does my stream keep going out? Nanto. Nanto could still be a good player. He's just at a terrible place. Sorry, got to get my stream back, guys. All right, Thiago says, nowadays the favorites can surprise in World Cup by losing. Yes, they can. But the favorites means you're one of the top 10, right? Like the top 8 teams to win it. It's always mostly the same guys. Brazil, Argentina, Spain, France, Germany. It's not even really 10. The guys that could realistically win it. Spain, France, Germany, Brazil, Argentina, right? And then you have the pretenders. The guys who could maybe win it, but probably won't. Portugal, England, Italy, if they're there, the Netherlands, Uruguay, unlikely. They're like the pretenders who could win it, but you think probably not. And then after that, there's the outsiders. That's how I put it. Favorites, pretenders, and outsiders. Outsiders would be like Uruguay, Belgium, Denmark, Senegal, teams like that they're not going to win it. Croatia, probably not going to win it, but they could. Actually, Croatia are probably more pretenders at this point, to be honest, after their last 2 World Cups. England is not top tier, K-Plum. They have lots of players, but they're all overhyped, and England hasn't won anything since 1966. So they can't put themselves in that favorites. They've got to be pretenders until they actually win something. They've got to be pretenders. England hasn't won anything in 50 years, more than 50 years. By 2026, it'll be 60 years since England has won a trophy. So for me, until you actually have a record of winning, prove you can win in some kind of recent history, then you're not a favorite. Not a favorite. Holland, the Netherlands had amazing players for several generations, and they still couldn't win it. Winning the World Cup is hard. We outplayed France. I mean, there's always some new excuse, K-Plum. We outplayed them. We lost to Croatia on penalties. Italy, there's always some excuse with England. It doesn't matter. You haven't won something for 60 years. There's Leao for you, all off the post. That's the Leao we know and love. Great little dribble into the box, beat 2 players, and then whacked it off the post. But we've grown since 2016. Great. You have. I agree with you. Your player pool is better than it's ever been. I'm with you on that. But now you've got to prove you can win when it matters, right? So that's why for me, you're pretenders, not favorites. Pretenders, not favorites. Leao with the strike off the post there. Oof. All right, we're all approaching the 90th minute. Here comes Leao. Foul. Nope, ref says no, just tackled. We won the Euro under 21. That's great. That's great, K-Plum. That's not anything. Youth tournaments doesn't matter. It might speak to the quality of your player pool improving for sure, especially because you won the under 19 Euros as well. It definitely looks like your player pool is evolving and getting better, and that's very encouraging. But until you win it, you can't be favorites. USMNT would be outsiders. Yeah, we would not be pretenders. Outsiders. Probably tail end of outsiders, to be honest. Tail end of outsiders. Actually, not a chance. The fourth category would be not a chance. And that's everybody else who's not pretenders, pretenders and outsiders. I think the US would be somewhere between not a chance and outsiders. At home in 2026, maybe outsiders, but the tail end of outsiders. Tail end of outsiders. Is Belgium a pretender? I would say Belgium used to be a pretender, but not anymore. Now they're an outsider heading towards not a chance. All right. We have 5 minutes of extra time. We're in the 92nd, guys. L3 are definitely not a chance. They can't even win in CONCACAF. They have to wait for the U.S. to bring a B team to even have a hope of winning in CONCACAF, or a C team. Yeah, I need to fire Greg before upgrading to outsider. That is fair. If you want to become an outsider, we got to get rid of Greg. And we need better players too. We need to upgrade certain parts of our team. Brett, how you doing, Brett? We got a video with Brett. You guys might know Brett from his show, Brett and Jason. Well, several shows, but Selling Sunset was a big one. Also selling the OC. Tack and I did a video with Brett. I don't know if it's out yet, but it should be coming out soon. Brett says, I feel like with home advantage, we are in the mix with the Netherlands, etc., as middle of the pack outsiders. Home advantage helps us a bit. Yeah, outsiders, not pretenders. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think outsiders at home is fair if our player pool continues to evolve and our players continue to reach their full potential, right? I think outsiders is fair at home, but not pretenders. Not pretenders. And with Greg Berhalter, that probably pushes us closer to not a chance than outsiders. That's the problem. I think home advantage can squeeze out an extra round, but not win the whole thing. No, that's fair. But here's the thing. If you say not at home by 2026 quarterfinal, or the second knockout game should have been our level, right? If you win your group. But at home, it might get you a semi. It might get you a semi. We'll see. But yeah, guys, check out the video with Brett. It's going to be on Tack's channel soon, I think. Brett and Jason, they're big soccer guys. He knows a lot more than I thought. I thought he was just a guy who kind of pays attention during camps. But Brett is very clued into soccer. Knows a lot of the players. Knows a lot about MLS, players abroad, coaching. Super clued in. So keep your eye out for that video. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun chatting with him. Thanks for showing up, Brett. Do you think they'll fire a Triple G if he does horrible in Carnival? Carnival? You mean Copa America? I don't know. I don't think that there's any accountability in U.S. soccer. So I think even if we flop in Copa America, they'll be like, no, guys, it's difficult, you see. We don't have world-class players like Bolivia, so it's hard. See you, Kay. Thanks for hanging out, K Plum. All right. Few seconds left for this to be over. A great start for Christian Pulisic, guys. A goal and a hockey assist. Ref blows the whistle. Game over. Milan wins 2-0. Goals from Giroud and our boy Christian Pulisic. Thanks for hanging, guys. President Chip says, you missed my super chat. Did I? Pete, is Nations League this season again? Yes. Nations League starts in November. All right, guys. That was fun. Probably the best game of the weekend from Americans' perspective. Good to see our boy starting out well. Hopefully Musa can join him next week. And it's off, guys. The season is off. Milan and Juve are off to a good start. Talk soon, y'all.